Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are here to bring you a presentation about a tool called Ghat TRACER. But first, let us introduce ourselves.
Okay, my name is Rifqi Naufaldi.
My name is Siti Muflihah Daroin.
My name is Enrico Rivaldo Baura.
My name is Larasati Putri Gunawan.
My name is Hafidz Gunarto.
We are going to explain it to you one by one. So, Ghat TRACER is an instrument that is used to set out points on a grade counter, especially for the preliminary survey of a mountain road. It is also used for measuring angles of slopes. It has triangular shape and slightly looks like an A letter. Ghat TRACER consists of several parts. First part is a hollow brass tube that has an eye hole at one end and a large opening with a cross wire at the other. The tube is attached with a bracket and can be held suspended from a wooden staff. And then the second part is a horizontal bracket bar which is attached rigidly to the tube. The bar is parallel to the tube and is at a distance of 1 to 3 centimeters from it. The third part is a weight which can be moved along the rack by means of a mild-headed screw. The upper part of the weight has a pointed edge which forms a reading index. The fourth part is on the side of the tube at which the pointed edge of the weight is connected with it are marked. The gradients from 1 to 120 to 1 in 6 on both sides of the center of the scale. This facilitates reading of the downhill and uphill gradients. The line joining the eye hole and the intersection of the cross wires furnishes the line of sight when the sliding weight is kept at center so that the index touches the zero of the scale. The line of sight is horizontal. The line of sight can be titled to a desired gradient by sliding the weight along the rack. By sliding the weight around the rack to the required reading on the scale.
Hello, I'm going to tell you about who, when, and where the Ghat TRACER was made. We can even find an invention of Ghat TRACER, but it is widely used in India. So it is probably made by people of India. And if you are looking for the Ghat TRACER on the internet, there is a lot of explanation in Hindi language. And then we don't know when it was made, but chances are it was made at the beginning of period of development. And at the time, some tools are needed to support the construction project, where this tool is used to measure the ground. But along the time, there are many emerging tools more modern and more sophisticated. So that is readily used. And last one, it is likely to be made in India because many of these tools are produced and used there. And also in India are doing development project in the country, so they require tools that support the project.
This time, I would like to present about the function of Ghat TRACER. Ghat TRACER is made of and how much it costs. First, I will explain about the function of Ghat TRACER. The Ghat TRACER is extensively used for locating points on different gradient and preliminary survey of a hill road and also for measuring the angle of slope. Secondly, the Ghat TRACER is a hollow brass and having an eye hole at the on end and a large opening with cross wire at the other. And last, the price of Ghat TRACER is very cheap for a simple tool, which is about 300,000 or to 1 million rupiah. That's all for me.
In this time, I would like to tell you how to use this Ghat TRACER to grade contour. To trace the grade contour process as follows. Suppose it is required to lay out a gradient of 1 in 50 along a higher slope. 1. Suspend the instrument from the pin inserted in a wooden staff and hold the staff at the giving station. 2. Slide the weight along the rack by means of the head screw under the index read 50 on the scale. 3. Send an assistant with a stick pen to probable point on the hill top. Look through the eye hole and direct the assistant to move up or downhill until the crosswind intersects the center of the side-pan. Mark the foot of the side-pan with a peg. This is a recurrent point, and the line from the instrument station to this point lies on gradient of 1 in 50. Then, process to the point so established and repeat the process to locate the next point. Continue the process until the last point is established. And who used the silent gate tracer? Of course, the silent gate tracer is used by civil engineer who wants to trace the gate tracer. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, I'm going to answer 3 questions about when and where the gate tracer can be used, and also what's the disadvantage in using it. So, the first question, when is it used? You can use it while doing surveying things like setting out contours and measuring the angle of slopes, etc. Second question, where is it used? It can be used on location like a hill, a ghat or mountains, roads, and it can also be used in educational institution for educational purpose. Third question, what is the disadvantage? As we know, Cylon Gate Tracer is an equipment that can be used in land surveying. But in reality, this tool is barely used because there are just some other tools that have more ability and capability. For example, theodolite. Theodolite is one of surveying tools that is commonly used because it is more effective and efficient for setting out grade contour and measuring angle of slope than the gate tracer itself. The precision and accuracy are so much better. Even the cost is so expensive compared to the Cylon Gate Tracer.
So guys, that is all for our presentation today. Thank you for your attention, and do apologize for any mistakes. Last but not least, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.